welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about my favorite, well, I guess this is one of the steps in your skincare routine that I really enjoy using every time, which is face oils. I have three of my most favorite facial oil products that I am using and loving at the moment. Actually, I've used the same one. There's one that I've used for the past 3 years, and there's one new additional one, but these three are my most favorite. Before I introduce you to what the three are, I thought I would share with you a little bit about my skin journey as a wonderfully oily skin person. So I've always been an oil skin person, obviously, because you can't change your skin type. It's pretty much what you're born with. But I've started to become really conscious about how oily my skin gets. Basically during maybe like middle to like junior high to high school, because at the end of the day when I finish like school to go home, my skin is so shiny, like it is horrid. Like at the end of the day, it's not even like that healthy glow, like it's not that, it's literally shine. And at the end, I mean, I guess, you know, when you're a teenager and you get a little bit more self-conscious, and when you realize that your skin is a heck lot shinier than everyone else in your like year level or even above or under, you're like, what is going on? And of course, my, you know, research of what to do with oily skin tends to lead to, you know, the wrong path, which is the have an oil ban, no oil cleanser, no oil moisturizer, like literally no oil on your skin whatsoever, which I did. And you know, so I use a water-based cleanser, usually the one that is for acne prone skin, because I do get a lot of breakouts at the time as well. I use toner that has like a high content of alcohol that's quite stripping for my skin. I use a oil-free moisturizer that literally does nothing, but you know, we all live and learn, right? After a while, I do notice, I think it's during like uni days, where I still do the same thing, and I'm like, why like nothing is working? Like, you know, especially when you started to know makeup, oily skin ladies, like makeup just does not stay on your skin, and you end up, you know, putting primer on, putting like more on and more powder. Anyways, it was a disaster. And you know, and I thought, you know, there must be something else that I can do. And obviously at the time, and you know, I think it was like after that, after like uni finished and everything, you got your first job and whatever not, and you think, you know, I'm gonna start investing on my skin, even though, you know, this was me after like I'm in mid-20s now, whatever. And I started looking into going to esthetician, looking into getting facial. And I think within the first like consultation I had with my very first esthetician, her question to me was like, what are you using at the moment, like for your skin? And so I show her all my products, and she was like, okay, well, I think I kind of know why your skin is the way it is. So she started to educate me a little bit more about my own skin. So with oily skin person, obviously our skin overproduce oil on our like sebaceous glands, because it's trying to protect our skin. When oily skin person like overproduce oil, it's usually because your skin thinks that, oh, she's lacking in moisture, she's lacking in hydration, hence I need to like overcompensate that. I do notice that these are during the time where I would go out every night, I would, you know, consume alcohol, drink very little water, and have very little sleep. And you know, and that's kind of, I think that habit aggravates my skin more. Anyway, cutting the story short, she also gave me an understanding of that, you know, don't be scared of using oil products in your skin just because you have oily skin, because it's a myth. It's a myth that has been busted, for oily skin person to who cannot use oil products at all. So I thought, taking her advice, I'm like, all right, let's do some more research. And she's like, so she gave me a perimeter of what good oils that I could use. So she talks about, jojoba oil, rosehip oil, and she talks about tea tree oil, especially if you have like breakouts and things. And she also talks about, what did she say? Squalane. That's another oil that she also talks about. And she's like, if you find any facial oil products that has like these oils in it, I think you'll be fine. Anyway, so once I have seen her for a while, my skin condition have definitely improved, but of course at the end of the day I do still get the shine. Like, obviously the shine doesn't go away because I am still an oily skin person, but it has gotten much better. It's a lot more, I think, controllable. It's not as bad as what it used to be, once I've started incorporating all these facial oils into my routine. The first step, obviously, I am a little bit scared to just, after going to esthetician and have all like this clear, skin, I get like scared to try anything that would aggravate my skin. So I started very slowly. I didn't jump straight into facial oil. I started with double cleansing when I first watched Caroline Hiron YouTube video. So she introduced me to the Emma Hardy Moringa Cleansing Balm, which is the first cleansing oil-based cleanser that I've ever tried. She also introduced me to the idea of double cleansing. Within the first month of me consistently double cleansing every night, I've noticed a massive difference on my skin again, because I don't get as much breakout. And I think for me, that's probably the moment when I realized that growing up, it's not that I was dirty that I get like breakouts, but it's because I don't know, or I didn't know how to take care of my skin properly or how to cleanse it properly. So that was the first array for me into using oil-based product in my skincare routine. 3 years ago, 4 years ago now, when I started working for L'Occitane, we have a products in there that is a facial oil, and I was sort of tippy-toeing like whether I should or I shouldn't use it, should I try. And at the time, my manager slash friend, she said to me, try, you never know, it has all these good oil ingredients in it. It will be quite nice for your skin for this reason. So she kind of break it down, which I will do for you in a second. And I thought to myself, oh yeah, all right, let's give it a try. And I tried it, and I do like maybe every now and then, like maybe every second or third day, I would add a few drops of the oil in my skincare routine. I will wedge it between my serum and my moisturizer. And she also recommended me to when you're lazy, just do like a few drops into your moisturizer, which I did, and that has also helped my skin be a little bit more balanced at the end of the day. And I do notice that it doesn't get as shiny anymore. I don't get as much breakout anymore. I feel my skin's a lot more comfortable as well. And I do have like a slight dehydration as well, which can definitely cause that overproduction of oil. But I do feel by adding facial oils, I haven't experienced much of that as well. I feel my skin's very nice and supple, and it feels really, really good. So that's a little bit about my little journey into discovering that, me as an oily skin person can definitely still use an oil in my facial routine, as long as you are using the right type for you. So, without further ado, I thought I'd introduce to you three of my most favorite facial oil that I have been using for a while and I have been loving for a very long time. I should start with my first love and my forever love, which is the L'Occitane Immortelle Divine Youth Oil. So again, 4 years ago, this is the oil that I was considering that, oh, should I not? And when I finally decided, yes, I'm just gonna go for it, I have not used this ever since, right? So this has always been in my staple skincare routine. It's always on my vanity table because I just, I love it so much. It has, obviously, it's an Immortelle is the first thing. It's Immortelle essential oil. So Immortelle essential oil it's derived from flower. I know that some people are, quite sensitive to essential oils, and they don't really necessarily enjoy using essential oil. If you are those type of, you can't use essential oil, then by all means don't start using it. Every skin is different, and again, these videos are pretty much my opinion, and this is my experience with these products. So yeah, disclaimer. So with Immortelle essential oil, it's basically first of all, it's a wonderful antioxidant, but it also is a really good collagen stimulant. So it helps to maintain your, the plumpness of your skin, and that sort of like the first signs of aging, maintenance, the aging. Obviously, at the end of the day, everybody's gonna age and we cannot avoid that, but anything that helps to like push the aging back helps, right? So yeah. But apart from the Immortelle essential oil, this youth oil also has other ingredients like borage oil, sea buckthorn oil, there's apricot oil, which all are very good to help calm your skin, calm any redness, helps with any inflammation. It also has oil like camelina, evening primrose, and also a rosehip oil, which are also a very good nourishment oil that would help to add that nourishment to your skin as well. So I really truly enjoy the texture of this oil. It is a dry oil. The moment you put it on, 1 or 2 drops is enough. You tap it to your skin, it just disappears, it just soaks into your skin. I do enjoy adding it to a moisturizer at night and use it as like a cream mask, like an overnight cream mask. I really enjoy using this for that as well. So this is my number one most favorite, most highly recommended, the L'Occitane Divine Youth Oil. This is the mini, the half size. So the original size is actually a 30 ml, but I've still got this, so I'm not gonna buy the full size until I finish this one. But I've already finished, I think, 2 bottles in the 3 years. So yeah, so this one's a really good one, the first one. And the second one that I want to talk about is the Tatcha Gold Camellia Beauty Oil. Yeah, so these ones actually quite fancy. You can see that gold dust particle thing that's at the end of that. So with the Tatcha Camellia Beauty Oil, they say you can use it on your hair, you can use it on body, you can use it on your face, and that's exactly what I do. I use a few drops of it like everywhere. I put it on my body lotion, I put it on like sometimes the hair oil. It's just well, now I found like my favorite hair oil, so I stopped putting this on my hair. But like on body cream and on facial cream, I still do use a few drops of this in there. With these one, it does have I think it's a Tatcha Hadase 3 complex, which is like their like superfood combo of green tea, rice, and algae, which helps with like anti-aging, antioxidant. But the camellia oil also have licorice extract as well in there, which also helps with like calming your skin and really sort of like reduce any redness in your skin as well. I do really like, this is also a dry oil, so it disappears as soon as you massage into your skin, so you don't you don't feel that greasy, you don't feel any of that. And I just like how it's just so fancy with like the gold and everything. Obviously, if it's something that you can afford, this is a really good oil to try, because it doesn't have too much things in it. It's a pretty straight camellia, licorice, and the hadase, which is like very calming and very very good for antioxidants. So I would recommend that as well. The scent is very light, so it's not overpowering, so that's really good as well. So that's the second one. And lucky last, I'm actually going by how long I've used it. So I've used the Immortal essential oil, the Immortal Divine Youth oil the longest, and then I've purchased the Camellia Tatcha ones after, and the next one is my current favorite, and is the one that I sort of the newest purchase, I would say. So it's the Biossance squalane vitamin C rose oil. So the main ingredients in there are obviously squalane. It also has vitamin C, and it also has a damask rose essential oil as well in there. So with Biossance squalane, so there is a difference between squalane and squalene. So squalene is actually it's naturally occurring in our skin, so it's our natural skin hydrator, and it is actually are located in our sebaceous glands. It's like a tongue twister. So squalene is it's naturally occurs on our sebaceous glands. It helps us. It's our natural skin hydrator. So with squalane, basically what squalane is, it's actually it's a stable shelf, like a shelf stable format of squalene. So you can actually, it still mimic the way squalane hydrates your skin, but it's a lot more stable. And I believe the one that Biossance use in particular is derived from like sugar cane, because I know that I think there's a few other brands that has squalane as well, but it's derived from olive, if I'm not wrong, like an olive oil base or olive tree, which is actually it's good for someone maybe more dry skin. But these ones actually really good for, I know it says for all skin type, but it's also helped with my skin, my oily skin. What I love about this Biossance one, it has a vitamin C as well, which actually helps brightening my skin as well. So with me, I do get a lot of pigmentation, especially with like after breakouts and things. The pigmentation stays for quite some time, but I found that by adding any vitamin C or any brightening ingredients into my skincare routine always helps to actually brighten my pigmentations a lot quicker. So with this one, that's why I really like it. And honestly, the damask rose oil that's in it, it's a really good hydrator for the skin. I don't find the rose scent to be too strong. Like, it's actually not strong at all. It's very, very tolerable. I think even if you don't like the scent of roses, unless you're really, really against rose scented things, this is actually like really, really okay. So yeah, so I think these are, let's see, so with the purpose of the rose is to hydrate and to soothe and to calm, and I think also for like the scent of it as well, the sensorial experience of it all. But I don't mind it. I don't mind the scent of the rose. I really, really enjoy it. So yeah. So that's pretty much it, everybody. That's my favorite. Just a little bit about my skincare journey of how I've discovered that just because I have oily skin doesn't mean I have to avoid everything that has oil in it. Nowadays, I have cleansing oil that I incorporate in my skincare routine. I have facial oils that I incorporate in my skincare routine, and I don't actually use much oil-free moisturizer anymore. I use just like a regular moisturizer, and I do find that even in nighttime, like during nighttime, I do prefer a heavier moisturizer compared to like an oil-free one, which you know, I love light moisturizer and I still use it during the day, but for night I just want all that sort of nourishment to be put back on my skin. So that's why I've stopped avoiding the oil-free moisturizer and I've embraced it fully. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for today, guys. I've introduced you to three of my favorite facial oils and bust a little bit of a little skincare myth about like oily skin people. If you have any other myth that you want me to like talk about and hopefully bust with everybody, feel free to leave a comment down below. As per usual, I will leave the description of what this thing, I mean, it's only 3 products. I usually have like 10, 20 or more products in the description box, so this will be very nice and easy. But yeah, so I'll definitely still link the description down below. Make sure if you have any questions, anything at all, please leave a comment as per usual, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye!